Good day, everyone, and I wish we are all following. So, regarding what we have at first, welcome to the second package we're covering for the DSP 2025 Code 1 program. So, I'll be going straight into what we are to deal with. So, first and first, here is a PowerPoint. We have before now looked at the various method of opening applications on desktop via the search, via the Windows menu, and other viable methods which we treated in our previous class. So for those watching us for the first time, we've been on physical training, so we just had to switch down to a video class. So thanks for that. Here is your PowerPoint. I've successfully opened the PowerPoint. Now, unlike Microsoft Word, where we said in Microsoft Word, what you prepare are documents, isn't it? In terms of PowerPoint, what you prepare are known as presentations. We'll proceed as we treat what we need properly. So if you look closely on this slide, currently this is a blank slide, isn't it? So per se, in Microsoft Word, remember we said that in the documents we have varieties of pages, blank pages, which we created. And we did that. We explored how we will be able to do that. So furthermore, looking closely at the view of PowerPoint, we have presentation here, right? So what is made up of, what makes up this presentation are the varieties of slides, no longer pages as regards to Microsoft Word. So take note of that. So in the presentation, we have slides. So these slides now enable one to be able to make durable presentations. Yes, you'll be able to make durable presentation. Now, in case you don't know, I want us to check very well. We've looked at various things alongside which are common with Microsoft Word. New, open, information, save as, print, share, exports, and other stuffs which are also here. So if you look at this, these are various themes which you can use. Just like in Microsoft Word, we looked at templates. So let's go to the main business for today. So we have different ribbons here. I don't have to show you what this means. Looking at this place, we know all what it takes. Now showing you here slide 1 of 1. So in this particular slide, we are by default be presented with one slide. So this is the slide, and this what shows that it's active. You see this highlight here, it's what shows that it is active. So in case you don't know, I was saying it. Now these ribbons that we see here have some similarities with that of Microsoft Word, but not all. If you take a look, just try with your system, your laptop, open Microsoft Word, maximize it at the side, then take PowerPoint, maximize, and then try to compare and contrast the various ribbons that are in these two applications. So you now find out that there are some things that are similar and some that are different. Now, with respect to what we said in our previous class, as to come into the acquaintance with PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, here we are looking at design. I hope you've seen it. Looking at transitions. We're also looking at animation, slideshow, record, review. So those are the basic things we'll be looking at while we are here. So we won't be wasting much of our time. So since we have this now, one of the things is, first and first, we'll look at the possibility of creating a slide presentation. So that is what we'll look at first. That's what we'll treat for lesson 1. So as I said, you can choose to create a new presentation using templates as so. Look at, there are different templates here. So let me go down. Can you see them? There are different templates here. So per se, if I said, okay, let me use this template. Now, I click on it, it will effectively come up. Now, this is the options they're giving to me. I can choose any of this. And you see the review here. Isn't it? So create. Now, creating this now, you see that it comes in linked, right? So subsequently, as I wish to go over this PowerPoint to create my presentation, I will now have this as the theme. But certainly you can also use a blank presentation, that is, use design or make everything from the scratch. Yeah, just like we did in Microsoft Word, where we created a new document using the keyboard control shortcut Control N, isn't it? So doing that Control N, let me do that here since I don't want to use this particular one. So something like this. Now Control N is what I did, keyboard shortcut for that. So here, what you see here, this particular place here, this is the title placeholder. Yes. Now in case you are unaware of that. Now this whole space you're seeing here is the work area, isn't it? Now to create a new slide, I'll just simply come and click on this. I seen it. Now I've created 2 slides. If you look closely now, you see that it is just 1 slide that is active, and that's slide 2. If you come to this, this is 2 of 2, isn't it? So also here, so here is it, slide 1. Now keyboard shortcuts to creating or creating new slides. Keyboard shortcut is Control M. Control M. Keyboard shortcut for creating new slide is what? Control M. So take note of that. That's the keyboard shortcut for new slides. Control M. So don't forget that. Let's start with something here. This is the title, right? And this is a subtitle, all on the same slide. So for example, now if I want to prepare something of this nature, let me say I have a presentation to make. I just want to make it simple. I want to keep it simple. And let's say keys to success. I have that presentation to make as keys to success. Now, keys to success, isn't it? Now, let me use that as my title. Keys to success. So this is my title. My subtitle should be something like, okay, by, let's use this, coach. And then I can choose to say, okay, let me use the date. Now something like this. So modifications as such, remember we'll need to highlight them. So if you wish to, so you can say, okay, let's say you can choose to make it bold or change the font face as you wish to. So just a matter of choice of what you want to do. So now this is just a part of it, isn't it? Now I've showed you how to probably get out the identification of adding new slides. So now this does not warrant you that I can stop here. I can just take it up or try to bring it down. So anyhow, just try to get your take on it and how you want it to be. So you can also choose to increase the font size. And then, in case it's too big, something, so reduce it here. And then, in case of success. So this is just one of it. So now, for the second slide, I can choose to probably run through something, for example, like let's say agenda. Either I put agenda or let me say table of content, isn't it? Now, one of the things I would like to put now, I say maybe keys to success. Now, I can put things like, okay, first I can say training. I can say training, resources, commitment, just assuming that these are my agendas for what I want to discuss. Need for training. So as it is now, you see that this is now another view. It's different from how this came up along, isn't it? So you can choose to bolden this. Remember what you are working on is just per se a blank template. We are working on a fresh template here, isn't it? Now let's say if after doing everything, I just want to I want to just keep 1 or 2 things and come down to the next slide. Per se, I want the next slide to be something of this nature, types of training. So I'll come here, let me edit this. Types of training. Isn't it? Yes. Now, so I look at types of training and I'll say, okay, first computer-based training. That's CBT there. Then instructor-led training. Then engaged learning. So remember, my slide is not supposed to be packed with many things, right? So it should majorly be a guide to what I am presenting. Per se, I should have made a thorough research or studies on the keynote of what I want to present. So let me save this. Now, I want to save this. I'll probably have double-clicked. The dialog box is open. I want to save the document. Key to success 2025. So something of this nature, and I save, right? So you see now, it's changed, right? That's changed. Yeah, thank you. So that is one there. Now I can choose to insert a picture around. That's something I want us to know. Insert probably pictures, right? I can say, yeah, from this device. Or I personally go to desktop and pick. I can personally go to what? Desktop and what? Pick. So per se, let me just pick one. I just want to pick one, a particular one, so that will now imagine I now insert. It comes here straight up. So I now can arrange it somewhere here. Isn't it? So types of training. But per se, if you look at this now, if I now said the importance of relaxation, if I'm talking about relaxation, I bring out an image as such, it now resonates within my topic of discussion. So you should also be sensitive to the types of images you add. Not just only images can you add on PowerPoint, you can also add things like tables, charts, and such for cases where we have scientific details. Now, this is types of training, isn't it? This and we are currently on slide 3, isn't it? Now we're on slide 3. I basically want to still bullet some things. Here are bullets, right? But in this time I want to change this particular one. Per se, I've deleted it. Watch out. Okay. Let's go back here. So So what I want to do is simple. So, okay, for example, now for the computer-based training, I can now say, okay, the various categories of computer-based training I want to look at, or I would like to discuss with my audience are, as a user, learn from the computer. Then maybe another one, per se, let me say simple and fast. Maybe per se, I just want to basically bullet points on computer-based training. Now, I can now, when I come to explain or try to present my slides, you find out that I can easily relate to this easily. So, what the audience need to see are the points. What they now need to hear from you are the backups or the research you've made and details you've come outside with. So that's what matters a lot there. Now, let me come down here. I say, okay, for example, instructor-led training, and let's say if I have something like this, let's say I want to give something relating to this. So here, instructors are walking through. They watch you as you are doing what you're doing. That's the type of training also. That's the type of training also. And let's say engage learning. Under that, we'll look at blend of discussion and hands-on training. Hands-on learning rather. So for me to differentiate this now, you can find out that first of all, these bullet points here are actually different from this. So I can certainly try to adjust just a few of them. That's formatting, right? Format a few of them, and we are good to go. As simple as this can be, isn't it? Now, so as good as this can be, it's also important. Now, you see, I use this. Remember to when I send your assignment to your group, ensure that you endeavor to use the indent tabbing to take this instead of the one I use here. I use spacebar to take it. That's inappropriate. Yes, because with that you cannot perfectly get the alignment and uniformity in what you're doing. So try to use the indent. If you are also going to move ahead, there are many other things I would like you to learn. There are many other things I would love you to learn. So from here, per se, and let's say if this is all, and then my last slide is thanks for listening. As per se, if this we presume is a last slide, so per se I can just look at that and say thanks for listening. Make it a little bit bolder, then something like this. Thanks for listening. Something like this, and I try to centralize it. Now, remember that particularly this is just a blank. We've not necessarily added anything. We've not necessarily applied any theme, any design on it yet. We just literally added text to a blank page. So, so how about we trying to modify the theme? Now, if you want to modify the theme, look at it here. Modifying the theme, we have things like the color scheme. These are the themes we have here. If you go close to it, you see that the texts are changing, isn't it? Watch out. I seen it. Now this does not stop here. You can also change the fonts. You can adjust the fonts. You can adjust the format the font face, font size, colors, and the likes. So it's also good you have a note of that. So you have to choose a desirable color that suits what you're trying to explain alongside the fonts, isn't it? So we have background color. Look, this is background color, and then when you go down here, you see more others. So there are many there. So I can decide to say, okay, let me use this, and then come down to font and say, okay, the font I want. Let's say this is what I want. And that's for fonts. Effects, I can just choose one of these. You find out that it touches everything. Background styles. You see different background styles. So it has probably transformed the view of this. Are you getting it? So as simple as that, and then you move ahead. So one other thing I want us to learn, aside these themes, we have various themes. Look at them. You can choose them, and don't also forget that. So here are transitions. Now these transitions, I want us to learn something. Transitions are respect to pages. That is, sorry, not pages. Are respect to the slides. Are you getting it? So watch now. Let's say I want to fade. Watch what happens. Are you seeing it? So that is one. Once you've effected this to the slide, it works on this particular side. Look this. It shows that there's something added to it. So one of the things you have and the things you can change, if you want to make it same, I apply to all. And look at the timing. This is 70 seconds shown here, right? So I can choose, okay, I want it 1 minute, no sound. On mouse click, this is if per se you're trying to prepare a presentation that will not run by itself. You want to direct it, you want to control it. Certainly this particular type of presentation is one of which I'll be moving by myself. I'll control by myself. So certainly I'll leave it on mouse click. But if not, use after, and then you set up a time. So as simple as that. So first and first, what we've done, I want us to look into it. So let's try to come down here to preview. We can preview slideshow here. So watch out. This is the first page. I move. This is the second. I'm still talking. This is the third. And this is the last. Thanks for listening. So something like this, and I go back out of my page. So for this day, lesson 1, this is what we are covering. So I don't know. In case you have any questions, you have any concerns, please